Good morning. How are you? Welcome to Friday, March the 3rd, 2023. Welcome to the show. It's your buddy Uncle Bruce here. Stock markets with Bruce. Can you believe it? We're into March 3rd. It's Friday. Giddy up. Option expiry day. Welcome one, welcome all. Special welcome to Leon Brooks this morning. Leon has picked up a Gold Bagel membership here, and I appreciate that, my friend. Welcome to the party and to the gang. It's nice to have you as part of the Gold Bagel family, and welcome to the show. Thank you all for popping in and popping in these thumbs ups already. Appreciate it. Karim, thank you. Wing Commander and Bama Babes here. Karen, Jeff, they're all here. There's too many to mention. Thank you, everyone, for popping in. Look, we've got we have what looks like an up market to start the morning. I think we are up maybe a fifth of a point on NASDAQ, a quarter of a percentage point on S&P, and about a fifth of a point on the Dow. 60 points for the Dow, 10 on S&P, 22 on NASDAQ. Crude oil down 55 cents this morning in Texas at 77.60. We've been around 73, 78 now. Feels like for like a month now. It's been very consistently doing nothing from here. It's not moving higher, not moving lower. It's just there. There is no shortage of oil anywhere in the planet, period. Planet, not in Louisiana or Atlanta or Miami or whatever. No, I mean anywhere in the world, there is no shortage of gasoline and oil. So this price here really is unsustainable, but at the moment, that's where it is. So there you go. Good morning, everybody. Look, I wanted to talk this morning about a couple of things. One thing I love to do, and I don't know if you love doing it, but I sure do. I'll be on the air with you guys like this morning here at 8:30. And then I'm on the air at 3 in the afternoons. And in between shows or after shows, what else do I like to do? And there are times where I just love to just to schmooze on YouTube and just go looking on YouTube. And I'll find channels that I've enjoyed over the years, but sometimes I discover new channels or I rediscover channels I haven't seen in a while. And some of the YouTubers I like are those, they inspire me. I like watching YouTubers that inspire me and really pump me up and show me the way, how they do things. Some do things incredibly well, some not so. But I was watching one guy the other day, and you may know of him. His name is Gary Vaynerchuk, and on YouTube he's known as Gary V. Probably now in his 50s, I guess. Yeah, I would think he's in his 50s by now. And he's a social media expert, and he has done incredibly well in this area, but he's worked his hiney off to do it, and it's just part of his DNA. He's a hardworking guy, originally born in Belarus, by the way, with his parents, moved to the United States in the 70s, and father opened a liquor store after several years of working as a hardworking stock guy. Ended up with his own liquor store, and then as Gary became a teenager and grew up, he worked in his father's shop and began to create online wine sales for his father's store. I mean, this is cutting edge stuff years ago, decades. Today, he is a phenomenally successful consultant and a very well-compensated motivational kind of speaker and person who does a lot of projects, employs a lot of people, and deals with all the big brands to help them sell their product on social media. And way to go. And there are zillions of videos available about Gary Vee. Zillions. And it never fails to amaze me. I'll watch a video that it might be a 15-minute video. I watch it for 5 minutes and I'm charged up, ready to go. I'm just so pumped up because he's very inspiring. And I try to pass some of that on to you guys from time to time. I do it in my style, in my way, talking about investing and taking control of your life and making it happen. The other day, I watched him talking to a young gal. She was on the phone. He was talking into a speakerphone, and he was on camera. So you only saw him talking to a speakerphone, and you can hear her talking to him. He was interviewing her back and forth. And she was 21, maybe 20, 21 years old, just very young, and has a YouTube channel, I guess. I have no idea what her name was. I don't even know what her channel name was. And he was asking her questions about what motivated her and what her what is turning her on and turning her off. It's frustrating her and inspiring her and on and on and on. Really good questions. And she was talking about how it was frustrating to her that one of the Kardashian gals was so successful at such a young age, and here she was just slaving away, and she was never going to see this kind of success in years and years of work. And he kind of educated her and said, well, you have to understand something. He said, and I'm not criticizing you, I'm just going to tell you the way it is. And when you listen to criticism that I give you or whatever, it should make you stronger, shouldn't make you mad. And she goes, okay. And he said to her, this is nothing against you, but you have to understand something about the Kardashians. The parents of the Kardashians started this social media thing 10, 15 years ago. They've had, the youngest Kardashian has had 15 years of family involvement in promotions, media exposure, hard work with every single Kardashian, all the way up with billions of views, millions of followers, and tons of money and advisors and promotional companies and agents, and the machine that has been built that is in place that now can take the youngest Kardashian under its wing and launch that one into the stratosphere right off the bat. You will never have that, and you will never get it. The only way you're going to be successful is to shut that channel off and never watch it again, or maybe once a year take a peek at it, and focus on what it is you are doing and what you want to do. And then he said to her, every minute you spend watching them is a minute you're taking away from yourself. You're taking away a minute from your success if you watch any minutes of your time on what they're doing. And I found that just be so enlightening. He doesn't say, don't watch anybody else do anything else. Yes, you get motivated, go out there and get pumped up, learn new techniques, grow your business, of course, but it's all for you, not for just admiring someone else. There are too many people out there admiring too many other people or entities, or wishing they were someone else or somewhere else, and they're not focusing in on themselves, on what got them to where they are. I love to ask a question when I meet new people. And by the way, I met a new individual last night. Jen and I had the absolute pleasure to go out for dinner last evening with a couple here in the desert, and we had a wonderful time. And I got to meet a gentleman yesterday who I'd never met before, and I asked him, "How did you get here?" I just said, "How did you get here?" And that question is so open-ended. I mean, you can take it any way you want. Well, I drove here from my house. No, I don't mean that. How did you get here? Well, I walked from the lobby over to this desk. No. He got the message. He said, how did I get here? Oh, what a road I've been on. And I'm thinking to myself, what a road I've been on. And I know you guys are going, what a road you've been on. And at the end of the day, if someone asks you that you meet for the first time, how did you get here? You'll ask yourself, or you'll come out with, well, I've had a long road. And in the last bit of the journey that you've been on for the last year or two, many of you got here. You ended up listening to a homeless, quickly balding out, white-haired, homeless Canadian with his hot Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife who just got a new hip operation, and you're hanging out here. And how the heck did you guys get here? Well, now that once you got here, things started to happen. And of course, those of you who are here today, let things begin to happen. Now, a lot of people found this channel in the last 2 years. I started doing live on this channel January 2021. And in the first month of going live, I was talking about the sensational GameStop story that was just dominating all world media, especially US media. Definitely the financial media was just drowning in GameStop news, all the meme stocks, all the Wall Street Bet stuff, all the Reddit stuff, all the everything else stuff. And I was one of dozens of channels that was doing, this exact thing. Except my take on everything was, let me explain to you in plain English what's going on as best I can. And then shortly after that, I began to start talking about options and writing options. At one point in time, I had watching me right now, I would have 18,000 viewers watching me live talking about GameStop. 18,000 viewers would be watching me live. Right now, there are 126. Now, some people might say, boy, have you ever lost it? You should just go off the air. You have no audience anymore. They've all abandoned you. And you might note in your personal connections and your personal world that you're in, that a lot of people that maybe were investors in the stock market 2+ years ago are not investors anymore. They hold stock that they bought in whatever company here and there. They have like little pieces of stock left in their accounts, but they have essentially, the stock market isn't in existence anymore for them. They've gone into a different direction entirely, or they came into the market for a little and then they left, and they haven't been seen lately. Here, this group, 134 of you now, we're not going to hit 18,000 today. You folks are what's left of that group and or the latest finders of my channel. Many of you who are here now weren't here necessarily on the very first week that I was on the air. You found me in the last 6 months, a year. But what you figured out here, how did you get here? You figured out, wow, this option writing stuff is really something. And you are the 1%ers. For every one of you that's here, 99 are not, that could be here. And you're option writers. And you do stuff that is completely the opposite. You are all George Costanzas. You're doing everything the opposite. And it's working. That's the amazing part about it. But then again, it isn't, because once you do your homework and you've done your fact finding and you look at the balance of your accounts, and many of you are going, I've never made money before like I'm making money now. I've never made money in the market. I've always been the loser. I've always been the one paying too much for a stock, selling too soon, buying too high, selling too low, and giving up too early. And I never make money in the market. And now I'm making money in the market. I can't believe it. The hardest part of this channel, the hardest transaction you make when you do what we're doing here, is to write a contract. It's the hardest thing you're ever going to do. Every single time you do it, it's the hardest part of your trade. Writing a call option, or 10 or 20 or 50 or 500. The writing of the contract is the hardest part of the trade, because you're selling something first. All of us have been brainwashed, conditioned, trained, and oriented to buy and either then sell, or buy and never sell. You go to a grocery store, what do? You buy, take home, eat it. That's it. The loaf of bread, gone, done. Go buy another one. In real estate, you buy a house, apartment, like a condo, and then you live in it, and then you sell it. If you're a real estate investor, you buy a home, fix it up perhaps, rent it, list it down the road, sell it, make a profit. You buy, then you sell. You buy, then you sell. Stock market, 99 out of 100 people buy and sell, buy and sell. You guys have to sell, then buy. And this is almost impossible for some people to get. They can't comprehend it. They just go, I don't know how you can sell something you haven't got. I don't understand that. It makes no sense to me. That's got to be illegal. You've got to be breaking some SEC rules or something like that. How can you possibly be allowed to sell something you don't have and then buy it back later at a lower price? This makes no sense. If they just turned the tape around and ran it the other way, it would make sense. Oh, you bought something for $1 and you sold it for $4. Oh, I get that. That's easy to figure out. But they can't figure out that you can write an option for $400 and then buy an option back for $100 and keep the change. They just can't get it. And you've tried. You have tried. Lord, have you folks tried to bring people around to what you do? All I can tell you is give up that notion. Just forget about it. I appreciate those of you who are trying to bring me new viewers, but they have to come here on their own most of the time. Like 99% of them have to find me themselves, and they have to be in the right frame of mind and the right mood and the right circumstances to come on in. And it has to be their idea. And very few people get referred here. People, it's not like you're not trying. You're trying, but boy, I'll tell you, it's a struggle. I would say for those of you who are trying, if you're having success with it, that's great. But what difference does that make to your life going forward? Maybe you can talk to someone about what you've been doing, a cohort perhaps, fair enough. But honestly, you may want to drop all of that and just focus back on why you're here. Why are you here? You're here to write options for a high price and buy them back for a low price and keep the change. That's it. That's why you're here. That's the ultimate goal. Now, the subtleties of it and the logistics of it are different than anything else that you've ever done before. And it's like meeting a real estate professional for the first time. If you ever meet a realtor one-on-one in a social setting, you cannot come up to that person and say, hey, we're here for the next 20 minutes. We're at this little function and someone's going to speak in 20 minutes. Can you tell me in 20 minutes everything there is to know about real estate? That's an unfair question. That's like going up to a brain surgeon and saying, oh, you're a brain surgeon. That's cool. Can you tell me everything there's to know about being a brain surgeon? That guy's going to go, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm sorry. I have to go. They're not going to be able to tell you anything about their trade in 20 minutes. It took them 8-10 years to get their license to do what they do. And then 20 years of experience. Plus they're busy. No, the last thing I want to do is do that. Mechanics. You want to talk to a mechanic about fixing cars and engines and transmissions? They have forgotten more stuff than you're ever going to know. And they cannot tell you in 15 minutes everything they're doing. And so you got to be fair to these people, respect them, and just go, okay, I get it. Why don't you tell me a specific story about what it is you do? And now you're going to get their engagement. What's the coolest car you've ever rebuilt a transmission for? Or of all the cars you've worked on, which is the one you'd like to own? How about that question? Here as option writers, you guys are getting asked by people, well, what are you doing in the market? You are getting asked that question by maybe friends, relatives, coworkers, acquaintances you've known. You're on a golf course in a foursome and, one guy says, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm a whatever. What do you do? I write options for a living. What's that? Well, I've heard about options. That's got to be pretty scary, pretty risky what you're doing, huh? You must be a gambler, huh? You're going to be put down because the other three people who have trades are going to, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm a blah, blah, whatever. You're just an option writer. You're a gambler. You have to just let that go. You have to let it go. Don't try to convert these folks into what it is you're doing. You're going to lose your mind. You've just got to say, yeah, it's a unique business. I got to tell you, it sure is. And I won't ask you questions about your law career. And you don't have to ask me questions about my option because I'm here to play golf. Okay, let's play golf. You got to ask yourself, how did I get here? And how many of you got here? It's 150 of you are here now. How did you get here? You wanted to make money in the market. You needed to make money in the market. You had to grow either your personal accounts or you salvage your personal trading account, and or you had to find a way to improve the performance of your retirement funds. That's why you're here. It's just, how did you get here? That you're motivated to do that. And you found this guy who talks to you about something no one else talks to you about on the YouTube channels live while markets are trading, about writing options. You can't find anyone else that does what I do. But then again, maybe it doesn't turn you on, or it does. It's up to you. How did you get here? And where are you headed? And that's the next question people sometimes don't ask you is, how'd you get here and where are you going? The road you want to be on is the continued road to success. You want to continue to knock off bills you have lying around your house. If those of you who are watching me are into credit card debt, I hear you. I know the feeling. I remember the 80s. I was a young 20-something-year-old guy in the 70s and 80s, and Jennifer and I had credit cards, and we thought we were rich until we realized we're not rich. We're passing our money on to the banks who are charging us this crazy interest for buying a stereo or a couch or whatever using credit cards. And now we're paying these crazy interest payments to carry all this stuff. We got to get rid of this. You're in that position for whatever reason, knowingly going into it for whatever reason you had to go into it for. It's okay. It's all right. Now it's time to eliminate that debt and make that go away. And for a lot of you, success is sometimes how much money you make. For other people, success is not only how much are you making, it's how much you're spending. And can you reduce your spending well under what you're making so that you can take the excess against other debt you have to lower expenses even more, so that you can sit in a restaurant one day and look around and go, I might be the only one in this room that doesn't owe any money on a credit card. I don't have any credit card debt. I got credit cards, but I don't owe any money on them. My mortgage is well below the market value of my house. I don't have a car loan. That car out there, I own it. Or if I do have a car loan, I only owe 10 grand on that car, and I pay $200 a month on it, and it's worth $25,000. I have equity in that piece of metal out there that is depreciating at a rate of $200 a month, while I pay $200 a month to carry it. You might be the only one in the restaurant. You might be one of 5 only in the restaurant. You might look around and go, I think that person and that couple over there, they're kind of like I am. You're in the minority, because most of Americans and Canadians and others are into debt up to here and have been offered debt and are offered debt all the time to live the lifestyle of the Joneses, catch up to the Joneses. On this channel, you're here to try to make the dollars to reduce your expenses and build your asset base. And for some of you, you're only here because you've found that after working 10, 15, 20 years, your 401k, your IRAs are a disaster. They're a basket case. They're well underperforming. They're not even performing near what they should be. And you've been sold a bill of goods by wealth managers that, oh, someday your account will be worth a whole bunch of money. Let us manage your money for you. And they're not performing. They're not giving you the returns. And you're realizing, I only have 20 more years until I retire. I wanted to retire at 50. Then I thought, well, 55. And now you're looking at this going, I don't think I can retire until I'm 65 to 70. And I have a bad knee and my back is sore. Got arthritis starting to build there, or I have a lousy elbow. And I'm beginning to break down physically from the work I've done, the hobbies I have, whatever. Inheritance, genetics. I've only got so much time to enjoy a quality of life, and there is no way I can do what I really wanted to do. My wife and I wanted to travel extensively for 5 years upon our retirement, and then find a porch with a nice easy chair to relax on and enjoy the grandkids. And this is not going to happen. We're going to be in some subsidized housing thing through some state or government program, or we're going to be living with our kids, because we blew it in our 30s and 40s and 50s. We absolutely financially blew it. And then you found me. How you found me, I don't know how you found me, what you found me. What can I say? Welcome to the channel, and welcome to this part of the stock market. And that's, how did you get here? You're here. Well, let's make money in the market. Now that you are here and you've been here a while, I would like to remind you to, so I was saying in my earlier show today, stay on the road to success that you found yourself on. A number of you here, and this is normal, I'm not picking on anybody here. It is so normal that when you get success in something, you start to kind of fill your britches and you start feeling pretty good about yourself and you start puffing your chest out. You're allowed to do that. You have built yourself back, baby. Your confidence is back. You know it wasn't you. You weren't the problem. It was the world. and you're making money writing options. Do not deviate off of that path until you're a multimillionaire. that's the only way I can say it. Because here's the thing about winning, okay? You watch a sports team go from like a football team go from a 2-14 season to a 10-4 season. The first year that a team does a turnaround like that, or a baseball team goes from 5th place to 2nd place or 1st place, these players are at the beginning, they are thrilled beyond belief as to what is happening. They're on a winning team and they've got winning streaks and it's all coming together. And then they begin to disintegrate. The team begins to disintegrate because certain people want more money and they feel that they're more valuable to the team than other team people, or I'm a position player and I'm the worst position paid player in the league for what I do, and other teams pay this position way more than I get, and it's agents agents are telling them and the media is telling them, and the team disintegrates. It just begins to fall apart, and you've got this resentment within the locker room that you got a big fat contract and you got one and I'm still on the old contract and I got to wait 2 more years before I get the big bucks. And by the time my turn comes, this team isn't here anymore and we might be back to 4th place and I won't get those big bucks. This is what happens with sports teams that really come from nowhere and really make a go of it. They can't keep it going. For you guys, it's the same thing, but on an individual basis. And whether you're working on your own or you're working with your significant other, you're building, you've got to stay on the highway that got you here. Do not look at the billboards on the side of the road and get all full of yourself that, oh, I can invest in that too, and I can invest in that too, because I'm on a winning streak. I am making money in this market. I have solved the stock market once and for all. I have solved this thing, and now I can go into other directions. I want to bring you back to reality. You have solved jack squat unless you have a couple of $1 million to show for your efforts. Until you get to the point where you are hauling in the kind of capital that you'll never spend on a regular monthly basis with respect to your lifestyle, and that you've built a pot inside your 401k or IRA or your RRSP or whatever plans you are using around the world for retirement, until that account is to the point where you know deep down inside, if I withdraw X amount of money a year from that account, I can't spend it all starting at age 65 until I'm supposed to die at 90 or something, or 95 or 88 or whatever the life expectancy is. You can't spend it all. Then you know you've made it. Until then, you've got nothing. You've done all right. You've had a little winning streak here. Maybe you've been with me for a year and a half and you've been writing options for a year and you're saying, oh, I've tripled my money, or my account is way bigger than it's doing, or it's doing way better than I ever thought. I say, congratulations. This is great. But just like a coach on a winning team, you might notice that when you ever see film or video of a coach in a locker room with a winning team that wins a lot all the time, like a consistent dynasty winning team like a Bill Belichick, you'll kind of notice that guy never smiles. He only smiles and gives you hugs when you win the championship. The rest of the time, it's time to work. It's time to work. And you know what? Bill Belichick has had to say goodbye to some of the best athletes that have ever played in the NFL, because athletes have a limited lifespan. That's the way it is in the NFL. Same in hockey. They come, they're great, then they leave. And it's just the way it is, whether the player leaves on his own to go somewhere else for a fat contract, or retires, or injures themselves out of the business. The coach has to cut them at the end of their career, which was 4.5 years long, 7 years long. I won 2 Super Bowls with you, and now I got to let you go. This is a brutal business. In this business, the stock market business, it's a brutal business. This business here is worse than the NFL. It is more cutthroat than anything you can imagine, because you know, as I have mentioned to you, when you want to sell a contract and bring in the bucks, what do I beg you to do? Offer your contracts on a stink offer. Get the highest price you can possibly get for an option you're writing. because that is how much money you can make. Not a penny more than what you're getting for it. The toughest transaction you're going to make in the options business is writing your contract. That's the toughest transaction. Everyone else is conditioned to buy first, sell later. So when you're selling a call option, you are working the hardest you're going to work. After that, you're just looking at the profit margin. Gee, yeah, you're asking yourself, I'm up 30%. Should I take that? Well, I'm up 50%. What should I do? You have a preconceived notion when you've written the contract. You sell it for $425 and go, okay, I want to buy it back around $125 to $150. That's what you're thinking. But when the contract drops to $335, you're going, oh, should I just buy this back for a quick buck? I'm looking pretty good here. Maybe I can buy this back and then the stock will go back up again and I'll write it again. Now you're gambling. Now you are not disciplined anymore. You're now going to the other side, the dark side. You're over where the gamblers are. You want to go down to the floor of the casino. You can't go to the floor of the casino ever. You can't go there. You belong upstairs with the owners, when the managers. You're the guy monitoring the casino. It's lonely up there because all the fun is down here. Everyone's drinking and partying and they're laughing and they're joking because they're away from their jobs and they're away from their relatives and they're away from their hometown. And you're up there. You're working. You're at work. That's how'd you get here? I work here. I work in this casino. I manage this casino and I have to have results. And that's what I'm here for. Now, sometimes the results are exactly what I just said. You write a call for $4-something, you buy it back for $320. That's the result of your trade. Other times, no, the stock is falling and the stock continues to back off and underperform and not go with the Dow. The Dow goes up and your stock stays flat, or the Dow goes down a little, but your stock goes down a lot. It's underperforming, and you've got to allow the winning to continue. Thing I said about a football team or a baseball team or whatever kind of team that has a great run up, these guys who are now on a hot team are not used to winning. They don't know what it's like to win. They have no idea what it's like to win. And they disintegrate. The teams have 1 or 2 good years and then they're gone again. They're back in the basement. And then you see someone like a Michael Jordan and you watch a video or a documentary about that kind of a person, or Larry Bird, or Magic Johnson, or Joe Montana, or Tom Brady. You watch a story, a lifelong career story about people who were really successful and kind of won most of the time. And you'll find out that, gee, there's a lot of footage of these guys practicing all the time. I mean, why does Michael Jordan have to practice? The guy is the world's best basketball player. Why is he practicing all the time? Because practicing all the time makes him the world's best player. It's as simple as that. And you ask these guys, did you have more fun at games or practice? And a lot of these guys will say, actually, I enjoy practice way more than the games. Why is that? I don't get the crap kicked out of me in practice. In practice, I'm allowed to make my trick shots. I'm allowed to do the 3-pointers. I'm allowed to work on my free throw for an hour. I'm allowed to run up and down the court with the ball. Whatever the sport is, hockey players love practice. Bobby Orr loved practice as a hockey player. He loved the game, but he loved practice because it was so much fun to practice with fellow athletes of this caliber. It was always fun. Ask a musician, the top-notch musicians out there, what do they love doing? They love jamming. They love grabbing a guitar. You grab a bass, you hit the drums, and let's just hang out in a private setting here and play for each other. This is the best. Playing in front of an audience, that's work. That's work. We got to get all dressed up, got all cleaned up. We've traveled. We said goodbye to our family and friends, and we're on the road, and we're working. And we're having fun on stage. It's cool, but it's work because tomorrow we're at another town doing another show. Hanging around and playing around is a lot of fun. The money, unfortunately, is made when you're performing. And here on this channel, in this room with me here today, we have to work. We have to work when the market opens until it closes. And I have to encourage you and ask you to check your options chains and look for rollover and roll up and roll down opportunities. I have to keep telling you to keep your eye on the ball. I'm your coach. I'm the guy that may not be smiling all the time and trying to keep you on your straight and narrow to make you the best performer you can be. And if I'm right, and if I'm able to get you to do the best you can do for yourself, you're richer at the end of the day or the week or the month or the quarter or the year than you were before. And you'll then look at your win-loss record, whatever that is, value of your account and how big it is and so on. And hopefully you'll look back and go, wow, I've had a good year. I've had a good 6 months. I've had a good 3 weeks. Sometimes you make money easy. Sometimes you'll go, yeah, I wrote 25 calls at $4 and they're sitting at $2. This is easy. And other times you're saying to me, when will the contract drop in value? I mean, what does it take? Welcome to the real world, because that's how it's done. People will look at you from the outside and they'll ask you, again, a relative at Thanksgiving or Christmas or at July 4th barbecue in the city park. You'll meet a relative you haven't seen since last year, and they'll say, hey, I hear you're doing okay on the market. How's your account doing? And you mentioned that, well, yeah, I used to have a $70,000 account and I have a $220,000 account. And they're going, wow, you're an overnight success. That's awesome. And you're going, that's not overnight. I've been with Uncle Bruce for 52 straight weeks since I saw you last, and we are working. We are on top of these markets. I have learned stuff in the last year that I never knew existed. And I was doing okay a year ago, the first year I was with Bruce. Now I'm in the second year. Well, that's growing. That is building. That is compounding your success, staying on the path to success. There you go. You'll note that Tom Brady has retired from football. You'll note that Gronk doesn't play football anymore. Guess where Bill Belichick is? He's on the sidelines in New England. Hasn't won the Super Bowl for a couple of years, but he's building another winner. There it is. There's success. There's a 40-year career of success. Does he love what he does? Yes, he does love what he does. Does he work his butt off to be successful? Yes, he does work his butt off to be successful. How many coaches, assistant coaches, has he gone through in his career that have gone on to become coaches themselves? You hear this all the time about the coach for Kansas City and other coaches and people on TV. You hear about Jimmy Johnson and you hear about all these other guys, how many people they've inspired to become great in their field. Vince Lombardi was that. Vince Lombardi was the first real example of the modern day football man who changed his players and assistant coaches' lives forever. Because if you hung out with Vince Lombardi for 3 or 4 years, you had to have been good, because he would not tolerate mediocre performance. If you were good enough to work with Vince Lombardi, you could go anywhere in that league and you could go with any team and make that team better, because that's how good this guy was. And he died way too young. Now it's the same with the next generation and the next generation. But you ask guys like Bill Belichick and others, well, where did you coach before you became the head coach? And you find out, oh, you were with so-and-so, you were with that guy, you were that guy, you were that. Came from greatness and passed it on to the next generation and will not stop working. I mean, Bill Belichick could retire 20 years ago. He could have retired a rich man. Didn't. Still does what he does because he loves what he does. Congratulations. Those of you who are here, if you think you've made it because you took 20 grand and turned it into 50 grand, I have bad news for you. You didn't make it yet. You've got to start. You're on your way. I'll encourage you to keep going, but you ain't seen nothing yet. This option writing business is a multi-trillion-dollar endeavor in the big picture. It's a huge deal. There's a reason why Chase Manhattan, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, name any of the big investment bankers, the brokerage firms, the large insurance companies, all the hedge funds, every mutual fund, all pension funds, huge investors, why are they all in the options market and have been since this was created in the 70s and the 80s? Why are they in this globally, not in New York or LA or Chicago? I'm talking about the planet 24/7. There are professionals who are in this business, and I am bringing you into it because this allows you to do it. The reason that these entities are in the options business is because they're making money and they're writers. They're the writers. They are creating the lottery tickets. Someone's got to print the lottery ticket, Someone's got to design the scratch and win lottery ticket. It's done by computer. I don't know how it's done. It's unbelievable. How is it that you can print 1 million tickets and only 2 have winning numbers and 5,000 have subsidiary prizes and another 15,000 have free ticket subsidiary? How do you do that? Each ticket is different. Well, here you are. You're writing lottery tickets. You are writing lottery tickets for the option gamblers that are out there. You'll never meet them face to face. They might be the person next door to you, next to the table to you in a restaurant someday. You might be in line at a Subway buying something, and 3 back is an option buyer that bought your contracts. You don't know. You're never going to know. They don't know you. You don't know them. You know the market. You know the market from a different angle than they know the market. And you're exploiting your end of it. They think they're exploiting their end of it. And it could well be that someday you write options and whoever bought them is a very, very successful option player. Very successful, very smart, very successful. They're 1 in a million because generally speaking, option buyers are gamblers, and many option buyers are silly gamblers. They play a hunch. They have a feeling. They believe that the stock is going to go higher. They buy low, sell high. That's their shtick. You take the long road. They take the short win here and there. You take the long road. And it can happen where you write a call for $4 and your stock goes up in value over the next 2 weeks. And those calls you wrote for 4 are trading at 6. And that option buyer sold already at 6. They took the money and ran, sold the option to someone else on the option market. That option market is liquid all the time. And 2-3 weeks later, the stock just slowly backing off, and you're just folding your arms and going, this option is expiring in 3 months. It's not worth 6. It's worth 2 in book value. And another month later, it's back to 4. And the guy who bought at 6 sold at $5.75 to somebody else who bought it at $5.75, sold to somebody else at $5.50, got out. It's been 20 guys who held your contracts and traded your contracts with all the other contracts that are out there for the options that you run. By the time you come around to buying back your calls for $1.51 on a stink bid, you're buying calls from maybe one person or from 15 different people who are selling them to you that are either all making money, all losing money, all breaking even, or something in the middle. Some are up, some are down, some are flat, because the contract trades at various levels all the time, just like the stock does. You don't care. You don't have to care. You're buying back your calls at a stink bid that works for you. Someone might say to you, hey, 151, you're paying too much. You should be buying these for 51 cents. You're looking at them going, look, I have my way of doing it. I sold my calls for this price. And for me, this trade is perfectly executed when I buy them back here. What happens to them after I buy them back? I couldn't care less. And that's exactly what you have to learn to do. Turn the page and forget about those contracts. You are now looking to write new contracts, and you've already got in mind what it is you're going to write and at what price you're going to write them and how long they're going to go for. That's your job. You're building your portfolio larger and larger. If I can get you out of the making $500 to $2,000 a month range where you're going, hey, I'm making a couple of bucks, this is great. I can get you to making $2,000 to $5,000 a month. And then I can help you get from this $5,000 to $10,000 a month window where you become comfortable going, if I don't make at least $5,000 a month, I am losing. I get you to that mentality. I'm doing my job. If I can then get you from 10 to 15 and from 15 to 20 and so on and so on and so on and so on, I'm doing my job. But until you have a couple of $1,000,000 in the bank, all your debts are paid off. You don't have a mortgage. You don't have a car loan. You have a retirement fund that is growing nicely as well. then you've reached a point where you can truly sit back and go, okay, made it. But by the time you get there, you're going to be so disciplined in what it is you do, you're not going elsewhere. Why doesn't Bill Belichick do radio and talk shows for a living while he's coaching on the side? Too busy coaching. It's not a side gig. It's the gig. He's a coach and he's prospecting for talent all the time. You are an option writer. Be an option writer and nothing but an option writer, and get good at it. Because right now you're just a kid in a big playground. You're the newbies. Until you've been doing this for 5 years, you're a newbie, and you've got to remind yourself that you are surrounded by sharks who are really ruthless and will screw you for 1/10 of a penny if they had to. They'll cut in line and they'll trade with their systems that will be faster than you. You have to be just methodical, disciplined, and consistent to bring in the dollars you've been bringing and to keep doing it, because you are at ground zero right now. You're on the ground floor of success. You do not have enough money saved up where you can go, I don't have to do this anymore. I can retire now. You're not there. You're nowhere near there. You've only just started. And do not get waylaid getting off course and off track. This is what coaches have to do sometimes with their players. Bobby Orr loved Don Cherry as his coach. And Don Cherry loved having Bobby Orr as a player. But Don Cherry would admit in private, I don't know what to tell this guy. I don't know what to tell this guy. I mean, he's the best player in the world. He's a defenseman that scores more points than the forwards. He's always back in the defensive zone after he tries to get a goal down there, and he's the first one back, and he's the first one over here. What am I going to tell this guy? I'll just keep your head down and keep working at it. What? So certain people, you don't have to coach very much. You just guide them along. But with others, all of Bobby Orr's teammates didn't have the talent that Bobby Orr had. And so this is where the coach is coming in going, you are 80% of the way perfect to what you do as a career hockey player. I'm going to help you with your final 20%. And these people are so motivated that they got to where they've got to on the skills they had. They're desperate to learn the other 20% because they don't want to make mistakes. And this is the key about this business with you guys in option writing. I have to keep you away from making mistakes. And that one of them, do not get off the path to success. Stay an option writer and forget about anything else, because you will get eaten alive if you deviate. And then you will lose your focus on what got you here. How did you get here? Is what I keep asking. How did you get here? And what I want to ask you folks in 3 years and 5 years, if I'm still around or not, is you made millions of dollars in the options market. Took a while, but you built it and built it and built it, and you're hauling in money. And I'm going to ask you, how did you get here? And others are going to ask you, how did you get here? You own this beautiful house. You've got 2 cars. Your kids have no student loans. You're totally different than anyone else I grew up with. And I know, how did you get here? And you're going to look back at it, your 5 and 6 and 7 years of work, and go, well, here's what happened, because you'll have had time to reflect on it. I may not be on the air in 5 years anymore. I'm going to be 73. I mean, you kidding me? I don't know about that. I'm here now. And if I can help you, great. It's what I want. Welcome to the party, everybody. It's 9:19 Eastern time. We have 11 minutes to go before we open for trading. I thank you for being here. Thank you for tolerating the old man and his speeches. And let's get going and make some dough. If you have any questions on your options strategies, let me know what they are. If you are a member of this channel, you know it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being a member. Thank you to those of you who are joining this channel as new members all the time. Those of you who are renewing your membership, I cannot thank you enough. Leon, thank you, pal, for being here with us. I really appreciate it. You've joined us and you're part of the family. Leon, thank you. Already made my money back in the classes, so I had to join. Beautiful stuff. I really appreciate it. Not a lurker anymore is saying, Leon, same here. I took class 1, class 2, started writing options, listened to Bruce for almost 2 years lurking. Way to go. Bama Babe, I went from curiosity to GameStop to Uncle Bruce to option writing to crossing arms. What is your story? Nice going. Not a lurker anymore. Leon, first 3 options signed up. 2 weeks later, signed up for Golden Bagel. I'm now a Gold Bagel member. Leon, I looked for a while as well. Been here since the meme stock craziness started. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you for becoming members. Those of you who are moving up from lurking status to membership status, I so appreciate you being here. And hopefully we can answer questions you have on the fly as you need them. That would be great. Very good. I pulled my, Leon, I pulled my 401k during the C19, I guess the crash of 19, to start controlling my finances. Made some mistakes when I started, but I found this channel, tested things out, and it worked. So I just keep on going. Not a lurker. Leon, I took over my kid's Discord name, Laugh Out Loud, changed it to my stage name here. Love the Discord channel. Shout out to Tiff. Maria, Leon, welcome, and make sure you understand the 90-10 rule if you're going to do poor man cover calls. I learned the hard way, Laugh Out Loud. That is a game changer. Thank you, everybody, for being here. This is great stuff. Folks talking to Leon and welcoming Leon into the family. That is what we do here. That's what happens when you become a member of this channel. You become part of the Bagel family here. And now you can talk to the members who are already here, who are already writing, who have maybe more experience than you have. And they're able and willing to help you understand just what is going on out there. Thank you all for being here and hanging out with us and letting me know how long you've been a member and how you're doing with the markets and popping up the knee emojis and you name it. I love it. Thank you one and all to join us here on this channel. We have 9 minutes left to go, and then we're going to start trading on this session. Giddy up is what I say. Time for money to be had. On the markets and everything else, I'm showing the Dow up 147 at the moment. We're now within 8 minutes of opening up. 25-point gain on S&P and 85 on NASDAQ. So the Dow's up 0.46%. S&P is up 0.63 and the NASDAQ is up 0.70. That's where we have this market right now. On the pre-market, I'm showing Rocket Lab up 4 cents. I've got SoFi up 4 cents. GameStop is up 7. AMC looks like it's up 16.5 after like two plus days of just a bloodbath over there. Matterport is up maybe a nickel. 23andMe looks to be up 3 cents. Spire down 4. ATIP is up 2.7 cents to 36.6. SmartRent up 14 cents. Cyxtera, no changes yet. Apple is up 194. Goldman is up 225. Cisco up 25 cents. Tesla up 381 to 194.71. ARC Innovation up 14 cents. Microsoft up 119. Bed Bath Beyond is up a penny. Pfizer up 20. HBQ, I don't see a change yet. Carvana up 12. Google up 12 cents. Amazon is up 74. NVIDIA is up 40 cents. That is what's going on there. Welcome all to the party. We've been following also on the markets, the world markets, how interest rates are going. The U.S. 10-year is back under 4% at 399.2. The currencies, the euro is at 106.1 and the pound is at 120 again. They're trying to hang on to these kinds of levels. Asia overnight, they had gains, 1.5% or so. Europe, a loss on FTSE in London, a fifth of a point, but Germany is up 1.4%. France is up 0.8. So we have gains in most of Europe's markets, in Europe's markets. The Dow, like I said, we're up 152 here, up 24 on S&P, up 83 on NASDAQ, 2/3 of a point, half a point, something in that neighborhood. Oil down $1.45 now to 76.71, down 145 a barrel in Texas. There you go. That's the story as we are coming into the final 6 minutes before we begin trading for the day. Couple of quick announcements. This is my last day to offer you folks this little promo we're doing. Jen and I are going to mail out some postcards from the desert, anywhere in the world. If you would like to get a postcard from us, make a $10 US dollar donation to our PayPal account. The link is here. Where is it? There it is. It runs across the bottom of the screen from time to time. You can make a $10 US PayPal donation there. Send me your name and address. We will add you to the list. We have, I don't know, mid-teens now, something like that, 12, 15 people. We're going to do those. We're going to pick those up probably tomorrow, Saturday, I think. And we'll see if we can get them out next week to you. So if you want a postcard from down here, let us know. One little thing. Those of you who want to take the classes and learn how to write options and really make a difference in your life, if you think this is for you, start with class number 1. Get over to class number 2. Head over to this website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. That's it. It's my Canadian-based website, being a Canuck. And you'll find 14 classes available there. Start with number 1, number 2, and move up to 14. Put some time in there. Study, learn, watch, follow, understand, ask questions, and let's see how you do. I'm excited. So many folks here who started as option watchers, class watchers, have become option writers. It's unbelievable. It's fantastic. Beautiful stuff, everybody. Thank you for popping through here and joining us. Samuel, how did we get here? You paved a smooth road with all sorts of goodies for us to travel through. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. You're 1 in a trillion. Splair, just in case, because I'm on a walk in a couple of minutes. So have a successful day, everybody. Right on, Splair. Who else is here? Let's see. Thank you, everybody from Financial Mischief. Wing Commander, Uncle Bruce, I did some math today. I averaged 3% per month. Impressive? No, but these were conservative writes, and where else can you get 36% annualized in a bear market writing conservative option contracts? Like I say, you can make this work for you in many different ways. You'll learn that as you become an option writer. You'll figure out if you're a little more aggressive, there are more aggressive ways to be an option writer. There are more conservative ways to be an option writer, and everything in between. And you have to find your level and take the classes and learn how it's done. Understand what the option market is all about. Wing Commander, also Tesla and Microsoft ran on me, so I had to roll. That's 70% of my portfolio, by the way. Dave, a great motivational speech. As an aside, with all the hiccups going on in yesterday afternoon show, I now realize that I'm not putting in the right stuff in my coffee. There you go. 10 minutes after the show is over, the hiccups are gone. What can I say? I'm not a robot. I can say that. I'm definitely not a robot. We open in 3 minutes. Make it 2 minutes. Larry Titus hopefully is in the house, and he will pop will pop the thumbs ups for us. Thank you, those of you who have been giving us thumbs ups this morning. If you've been able to do that, we appreciate it. We strive desperately to reach 200 thumbs ups for the morning show. If you're able to hit the thumbs up button, please do it. Get it done now. Get it out of the way, and I won't have to bother anybody anymore. I hate begging for thumbs ups. I can't stand it, but I have to get them. Thank you, everybody. Larry, I'm ready, buddy. I'm ready to hit the bells. Don't you worry about that. The bells will be rung from here. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much, all of you, for your support of this channel, my picking up my classes. If any of you would like to have a one-on-one consultation with me to talk about your personal scenarios, you can look us up. Send me a private email here at my email address and just say, Bruce, I would like to have a one-on-one with you. I offer them on Sundays. Sundays at 10 in the morning Eastern, 12 afternoon Eastern, and 2 o'clock Eastern. 3 sessions a week are available. They last about an hour, hour and a half, sometimes an hour and 3/4. You can book me for a one-on-one. Your cost is $400 US an hour. I am pretty darn sure you'll get more than that money's worth with a one-on-one private session. Up to you to decide if you want to make that investment or not. Send me a private email. Say, Bruce, I want the 10 o'clock slot. Can you book me in? We'll get you set up with that. Let me know if you would like one. Okay? All right, we're getting ready to open. 1 minute away, everybody. Woohoo! Let's get this party started, and let's get going. Matthew, I've got your PayPal donation for a postcard. Thank you. Make sure to send me your address, and we'll get you going. Beautiful stuff. JR, Uncle Bruce, to your points you've been making today, one thing I learned early on in the option writing business is that I have to forget about the mother of all short squeeze mania. Those come along very rarely. The message was to make small writes, but to do it a lot, just like your message, always be writing. Does that work? JR, yes, I have a $100,000 account that made 27 grand this year, 27%, very impressive in an economy where most are losing money and value, and that's in a bear market too. So don't lose focus, everybody. VJ, I'm number 133 on your thumbs up meter. Thank you. Let's see. What else is going on? It's Christina. I'm glad I'm late for work so I could hear your morning rant. I like these so much more than the subscriber rant. Fantastic. Thank you, everybody. Constantine, 135. Thumbs up. Larry, the bells have been rung. Brian, Uncle Bruce, not sure if you mentioned this, but Blackstone defaulted on Nordic CMBS for $562 million. I feel like that isn't that much money for them, but still defaulting. Interesting stuff. I guess it is. Larry Titus, and they're off and pacing. They're on their way. The horses are out and we're running. Fantastic. What else is going on here? Appreciate you all being here and hanging out. People talking to each other, having a good time. We're open for trading, so let's see how the markets are going here, how it looks. Let's see if we can get this all to fire up as we set up my phone here. Hopefully it'll behave itself today. Who knows? Take it from here one step at a time. Okay, I'm showing the markets now. See if I can get this to work. Not easy. Used to be easy. It's not that easy anymore. I think I've got GameStop at 1828, if I'm not mistaken. The Dow looks to be up about 80 some odd points, I think. And we've got S&P up 16 and NASDAQ up 54 at the moment. All right. And Matthew, yep, I got it, buddy. We got you. Yeah, thank you for that, and we'll get you a postcard for sure. Just make sure that address is included. We're up 94 now on the Dow, a little more of a pop, kind of showing what we were doing in pre-market here. We were up over 100 in the pre-market. 94, 87 point gain approximately. GameStop up 2 cents. I've got SoFi at looks like 652, up 7. Tesla's 193.85, up 295 this morning. Had a $12 drop yesterday. Apple 147.92, up $2. HBQ unchanged at the moment. Google up 51, Moderna up 124, Cisco up 58, Pfizer up 29, IBM up 37 here, Microsoft up 51 cents. So early quotes, positive, nothing incredibly positive, nothing like earth-shattering, phenomenal positive. It's just a quarter of a percentage point better for the Dow at the moment. Options are expiring today. A lot of volatility will be here on some stocks. We'll be watching for that shenaniganism. What can I say? We'll see what happens. There you go. That is the story at the moment here in the big city, kids. That's what we got going on. Thank you for all you for being here. JR, one of these mornings, maybe you could rant on the behaviors that led to failure in the options market and the remedies to combat those behaviors. Well, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. You mentioned the arm folding, but there are likely more ideas there. Brian, oh no, I bought more GameStop shares, averaging down. Oh no, all the time. Should hit 400 shares in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Whee! Bruce, this is fun. Have I told you that? This is really fun. I like doing this. I write stock options. I buy more GameStop. I write more stock options. I buy more GameStop. I make money on these options. I buy more GameStop, and I have more and more and more GameStop at these cheap prices, and I keep writing options on them and bringing in more money to buy more. All that people are doing that on SoFi too. SoFi 656 right now. People are selling 750 calls for January next year and bringing in dough, buying more SoFi, writing more contracts, bringing in more dough, and so on. Nothing wrong with that. Nice way to add 20-25% of your portfolio of SoFi shares if that's how you're going to do it. Very well done, everybody. Let's see what else is going on here. Let's go. Thank you all. Folks are talking to each other. We're up 72 on the Dow at the moment, 15 on S&P, 57 on NASDAQ. The first 5-6 minutes have happened, and we're through the first opening here. Nothing much going on yet. Nothing crazy, good or bad. It's okay. Go oil down 176. It's definitely moving lower. 76.42 looks like it's showing right now. Down goes oil. We're into now March futures contracts, and we're not at $130 a barrel like Putin thought it would be, or others thought it would be. The Russian oil is flowing somewhat to the markets, but at a greatly reduced rate. Natural gas flowing out of Russia at a much reduced rate. Natural gas sales from the United States to Europe are surging, and both sides are actually winning here because certainty of supply is guaranteed from the American side. There is a huge surplus of natural gas from North America. No problem to ship over to Europe. And that puts the Russians out of the natural gas business. And that makes it more difficult to fund their war. They are eating up their reserves every month to fund the continuation of this conflict. And they're not doing all that well with it either. So interesting stuff. This is a war of attrition to a degree. It's been a year. The Russians thought it would be over in 3 weeks. Now it's been a year, not looking good. JR, oh yeah, one of my accounts with 1,800 SoFi is in the green. Go SoFi. Not a lurker anymore. JR, medic, golf mom. Kid is headed out the door to the golf course, and hubby says hello. Hello, golf mom. Was a great time. We had a get together yesterday, and it was fantastic. It really was nice to share stories and have a great get together. It was wonderful. Thank you, all of you out there, for all your support of this channel. Whether you're lurkers, subscribers, members, thank you all. Welcome to all the new members of this channel and those who are renewing their memberships. You guys are the best. You keep me on the air. Thank you very, very much. You class watchers, thank you, class watchers. Appreciate it. A lot of effort went into putting those together, and it's great to see a whole bunch of you joining in and taking these and becoming more knowledgeable about how options writing works. I congratulate all of you. All right. And here's a question from Amy. Anybody know the answer to this question? Does anyone know if a wash sale rule applies to options? I accidentally wrote a call that I had bought back about 30 days previously, and my average is showing way off on this right. I can't answer that question. That's a tax question. And does anyone know the answer to that tax question? There you go. John, is the lower earnings bullish for the market? I don't think so. Why markets go up on lower earnings, John, I don't know either. It is what it is. Sometimes markets, the averages go up even though earnings are dropping off. It's kind of weird. It's kind of wacky. But then again, markets are forward-looking instruments. That's the thing about the stock market indexes. Generally speaking, people buy stock today based on what they think these companies can do a year from now. Generally speaking, that's mostly how it goes. People are guessing how a company will do down the road versus how they're doing today. And they're thinking, well, they could earn more money next year than last year. So I'm going to buy the stock today in anticipation of the company earning more money going forward, which will move the market price higher in the future. And there's my return. Buy low, sell high. That can happen. And so if today the market is slightly green, then there are slightly more optimists than pessimists in the mix, perhaps. Unfortunately, with that in mind, it can happen, and it does happen, where for weeks there are optimists, and the markets nibble up higher and nibble up higher and nibble up higher and nibble up higher until the pessimists come in and go, oh, just saw some really bad news on this company, on that company, on this deal, on that deal, on that thing, on that thing, and unemployment and interest rates and inflation and all kinds of other bad reports. I better get out. And all of a sudden, a wave of selling comes in, and within 2 trading days, 3 weeks of gains are wiped out. and we're back down again, and we're lower than we were than 6 weeks ago, and we're grinding yet again. That can happen. That can happen, and so keep that in mind. All right. That's how this market works. Option writers know this very much, because option writers understand that, yeah, I wrote calls at $4 a call, and the market went up and up and up and up and up over weeks and weeks. My stock just kind of trickled higher. And my contracts started going up a little to 410, 420. They went to 430. I was down 30 cents on them. They went to 440, 450, 460. And then the stocks market topped out and stayed flat for a while, and my contracts went to 450, 440, 430. And then all of a sudden, the Dow had a really bad day, and my stock started to have a bad day, and my contracts went from 430 to $4 to 380 to 330 to 285. Whoa! Did they ever fall off the couch? And the stock is not coming back to where it was. The stock comes back a little bit, and the contracts only go up to $3, and they don't go anywhere near 4 anymore. Now they're sitting at this 283 range. They're running out of time. The time premium is kicking them in the teeth, and any down dip from here will drop them to $1.20. And you have to ask yourself, do I want to buy these back at 101? I sold them for $4. If I buy it back for 101, I clear about $3 a contract. That's $300 a contract. I wrote 30 of them. That's $9,000. It's been 4, 5, 6 weeks. Am I happy with $9,000 in that time frame to buy these back and write new contracts further out in time and bring in $4 again? That's what happens around here a lot. There you go. That's the story. Okay, what can I say? An answer Coyote has, I believe wash sale rules apply to options if it's the same strike date combo. Amy, Cindy, it is so. Thank you. I figured right after I wrote it. And Coyote, thank you, says Amy. Matthew, last week I watched Chanos speak on his short positions on CNBC. The guy was speaking with a smirk. JR, Cindy, here's what Google says more specifically. The wash sale rule states that the tax loss will be disallowed if you buy the same security, a contract or option to buy the security, or a substantially identical security within 30 days before or after the date you sold the loss generating investment. It's a 61-day window, JR. But why worry about not getting a little tax advantage on losses when you can make so much more writing options? There you go. There you go. Okay. Thank you, JR, and everyone else for helping out with that question. That's what happens here. Thank you, everybody, and welcome to the show. Welcome to the party, pal. We're here. We're looking at a 66-point jump on the Dow. That's all. Nothing unbelievable today yet. GameStop is up 5 cents. SoFi is up 18. Tesla is up 323, Apple up 258, HBQ up 3 cents. Let's see here. ATIP is open for trading at 33 cents last trade, down about 9/10 of a penny. 1,800 volume. There's nothing going on there. Google up 78 cents to 93.09. Moderna up 3.71. Cisco's up 67 cents. Pfizer's up a quarter. IBM 129.23, up 30 cents. Microsoft up 160. ME is up 5.2 cents. Matterport is up 7. It's nice to see Matterport moving up. Cyxtera up 2.5 cents. Rocket Lab up half a penny. That's all so far. SmartRent 269, up 3 cents. Spire up 1.8, and Bed Bath Beyond is up 1 penny maybe. Amazon up 132. Home Depot up 172. Netflix up 211. Vanik is up down, make it down 52 cents on Vanik Semiconductor. Adobe up 367. Goldman up 124. Boeing down 4 cents. Facebook, Meta Platforms up 470. We've got AMC up 28 cents, and the preferred's up a dime, a 38-cent gain at the moment. Royal Caribbean 72.38 will not break under 70. There are actually analysts recommending the stock as a buy. They've probably doubled the number of shares outstanding in the last 2 years. The all-time high, $113, $110. At double the number of shares outstanding, there's no way this company at $72 is worth what it's trading for. The company's actual market cap is 18.4 billion. This company is not worth 18.4 billion. They have debts of 10, 15 billion in debts. They're not worth $18 billion. I can't help them. I can't, I just can't. I look at this price and I go, man, that these guys are lucky to be 20, 25 bucks a share, and it's $72. There are no words. There are no words to describe how overvalued that stock is. Carvana down 3 cents. Robinhood up 14. Bed Bath Beyond up 7 cents. Norwegian up 16 cents. Carnival up 22. They too are overpriced and they're down here. Target down 70 cents. JP Morgan up 58. Costco down 19.74, down 20 bucks today. Costco taking it on the chin. Lower holiday sales have been confirmed, and their numbers are off. Their stock's off $20. This stock, Costco, even off $20 a share at $4.65. The price earnings, the PE multiple of this company, 34.7. They're double what they should be. This stock should be $2.30. It's not. It should not be at $4.60. What can I say? They love their Costco though, and there you have it. Walmart down 57, Disney down 95, pennies at $99 a share, 99.87. Nvidia is up 24 cents. American Airlines up a dime at 16.22, and Auntie Jen is in the house. She's in the room. She's in the room.
I'd like you to notice something.
Oh my God, this is huge.
It's a big day.
This is huge. I keep talking to you about the little things with Jen.
It's little things.
The recovery of Jen's with her new hip. Little things are happening here and there, every
We
day.
had a first today.
Today, this is the first time that Jennifer has walked in to this room, and she's been able. I'm telling you, it's a little thing, okay?
It's a little thing.
She put her own socks on her own feet.
I put my socks on both feet.
She was able to put socks on both of her feet. You know what that means? You have to bend.
There was
and
some
move knees and hip joints.
You
ever watched yourself?
Moves, but
You ever watched yourself putting on socks? When you get to be our age, do you know how much grunting you do to put on socks? Those of you who put on your shoes and have to tie shoelaces, do you know how much grunting you guys do to do that? Someone here has put on her own socks.
I put on my own sock.
Time in over 2 months, and you couldn't do it before the operation either, could you?
No.
Well, barely.
Well, barely, yeah.
You could,
only if I
only in pain.
Sit on stairs and pin my leg and force it into a position. So,
this is a big deal. Wow, that's awesome stuff. Awesome stuff.
It involved some unique disco moves, but I got to tell
you. Hey, dude is saying good morning, Jen. Mandu, good morning, Auntie Jen. John Anderson, good. Hello, Jen. Mandu, this is awesome. So happy for Auntie Jen's recovery. Flint Creek. So proud of you, Auntie Jen. So very proud. Good for you. I can see some travel in your future, says Flint Creek Soap Company. Amy, morning, Jen. So glad your surgery all went well.
Yes.
Yesterday was her last day in physio.
I graduated from physio.
She's graduated from physio.
You know, unless you do something silly, and then you can always phone and get another appointment.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Yeah.
And I think they do 12 because that's your normal. They know from
it's kind of what
history
you need.
What the normal is.
Yep, they know their stuff over
and
there.
It's very interesting watching when you first start. You see the people who are weeks ahead of you.
That's right.
And now yesterday, seeing 2 new people. You're like, you can do it.
I would bet you
this is hard. You can do this.
I would have bet you that most of the people in the room are newer than you are. Most.
Probably by the time you get to 12.
Yeah, by the time 12 sessions. This is what 6 weeks, 7 weeks after starting. 6 weeks after surgery. 6 weeks after you start a physio. Now 8 weeks after surgery. You're looking around the room in the physio department, going, yeah, there's a lot of newbies here that weren't here when I started.
Weren't here, yeah.
And veterans have left. They're out there walking.
That's right.
Out there now on their own.
Taking dance lessons.
Isn't that's right? Splair, awesome. Sounds great. How you're recovering, Golf Mom. Hi, Auntie Jen. You're looking and doing great. There you go. Yeah, we had a good time last night.
We had a lovely dinner.
Got together with
So
Golf
nice.
Mom and her better half, and it was great.
It's so nice being able to meet people.
Yeah, it's nice to meet the viewers. It's a treat.
Yeah, we've met her before.
Able to say,
She's
able to look at them and
different.
say, "How did you get here?
Yeah.
How did you get here?"
Yeah.
They look at us and go, "How did you get here?" Yes, the long path to where we are, how we got to where
That's
we are
right.
right now. All of us. It's amazing.
So your
Yeah.
screen appears to have a lot of green on it.
Yeah, we're up
What's
85 for now on the Dow. It's not the greatest run. We're up a quarter of a percentage point. I mean, it's a nothing burger. It looks good. Oh, we're up
But it's
90
green.
points. Oh, we're up 90 points. Yeah, quarter of a point.
Yes. Yeah.
S&P's up 23 and NASDAQ is up 100 points. It's up 0.88 of a percentage point. This can all go away in 15 minutes. I mean, it can go red at any time. So we have to watch.
When it's that close to being
Yeah,
flat.
and it's option expiry day. So
Absolutely.
we may
It's
have some
Friday.
volatility going through the afternoon here.
So I think we all know what's on the menu today, since it's Friday.
I think so. I think it's grape jelly day.
Have to warn them. Get ready to take your earbuds out.
We probably have to go to Costco because I think we're running out of those bagels. I don't know if there's any in the freezer.
No, there are none in the freezer.
So we're getting low here. Got to get ready for next week.
There you go.
Oh my!
Oh my.
What is a man to do? This is hard times. Lorraine is saying I have a hard time putting on my socks. Forget about trying to tie my sneakers. Alex,
no, I'm not there yet.
no.
I
Good
have
morning,
slip-ons.
Alex. Good morning, Auntie Jen. Great to hear about your progress. Maria Powell, hello,
Thank you,
Auntie
thank you,
Jen.
thank
Great
you.
progress indeed. Yes, things are happening. It's getting better all the
It's
time.
I think it's a pretty typical spot that I'm at right now. That when you first get onto the therapy, you just make leaps and bounds. It's like every day you can do something else. Well, and now that's settling down, and now it's just building more muscle and
That's
getting
right.
everything. So you don't have the same. Ooh, today I can do this now.
Well, I mean,
so today I can put on my socks.
it's so true because the first
all by myself.
the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks, Jennifer,
it's just amazing.
Jennifer Jr. and I were
Yeah.
looking after Auntie Jen, and it was everything. I mean, there was
Like every day it's something new.
it was. Can you hand me the remote control? I can't reach it. Well, yeah. I mean, to get the remote control means getting off the couch, standing up,
Or
walking.
rolling on the bad hip.
You
can't roll on the hip.
Every little time. I mean, talk about being immobilized. Talk about
That's
the
why
pain.
you get a gripper. I
Well,
should have my gripper in here.
You get the
I
gripper.
could really get you.
Oh no! Oh no!
It adds a good 3 feet
Oh
your-
no!
gripping range.
Help me! Help me!
Why have I
Oh
never thought of
man!
that? I don't think I'd trust myself to
Would
hold
you
the
people
plate, though.
Hurry the
We'll
hell
see.
up and become multimillionaires doing this option running. Get your hands on a private jet and call me up and say, "Hey Bruce, how would you like to have a private jet ride?" Auntie Jen can hang out with Jen Jr. and we'll take you out
Uncle
for a
Bruce.
plane ride.
Tuck and roll.
Let's take you out to the Bahamas for the weekend. I mean, get away from that woman. That
Bermuda,
little.
Jamaica. Ooh, I want to take you.
Here we go. Oh no. Oh no. I'm telling you, kids. Lorraine, Uncle Bruce, when are you coming to the East Coast? When are you getting a private jet for me to go there? Make money. Come on. Hurry up, kids. What more do I have to show you? Come on.
You know, he sits in the hot tub and identifies all of the private jets coming in.
I see them and going, those could be my
You can tell by the
viewers.
sound.
This could be my viewers in the not too distant future. Flint.
WestJet had excitement yesterday.
Oh,
They left Kamloops and were going up to altitude when the one engine made a clunky noise
ooh.
and turned off and had
Oops.
flames coming out the back.
Oh,
So they had to make an emergency stop in Kelowna.
let's bring this plane down right now and take a look at this.
Everybody clapped when they landed.
Yay!
I want to kiss you on the mouth. Thank you.
Boy, Flint Creek. I have a house in the Finger Lakes. You're welcome to come and stay
You know
with
what
us.
they say.
You know what they say about the The girls from the Finger Lakes.
That's a Saturday Night Live quote that I
that's
don't
a-
think you should say.
I don't think I should repeat that quote from Saturday Night Live. You're gonna have to look up that quote yourself on the internet. There, Coyote. It used to be easier. That's right, Coyote. It used to be a lot easier.
It used to be,
Soon, Auntie Jen will be cartwheeling those bagels through the door. Cartwheeling those bagels. Cartwheel. There's the word. Yeah, Brian. Flint Creek, spare house. Ha ha. There you go.
yeah.
We heard something really cool yesterday. I will repeat one little thing I heard last night. It was about a house in the area. There's some very nice homes in this area. I've talked to you about this before. There's a lot of wealth here.
Nice
There's a lot of very well-to-do people that own real estate here, but they're not always here. And we got an example of it yesterday about several years ago. A particular home was being described to us that was owned at one time.
That was lovely.
A lovely house,
Lovely.
beyond lovely house. And
It was grand.
was owned by a CEO of a big corporation. Huge company, okay?
Came in on his own jet.
Would come in on his own jet. That's correct. With the fam. I'm going to guess that the value of the house is $5 million or more around here. And the house was used.
When did he use it, Uncle Bruce?
2 weeks a year.
It was their Christmas house.
It was their Christmas house.
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine owning property and one of the properties you have is the Christmas house
So do you think they also
that you spend 2 weeks a year at?
they had like a July 4th house and a Thanksgiving house?
You might think that the summer house might be in the Hamptons, and that might be July and August.
There you go.
You might figure there would be a New York something. You might figure there might be maybe a London something. Maybe there's
Something on an island somewhere.
maybe a Zurich something. Maybe something
Bigger than
Yeah.
Great Britain.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff. There's so much. There are so many houses here in this area that you can't drive to. The gates are everywhere. There's no way you're getting close to these homes.
Yeah,
The only
can't
way you're going to
them.
see these houses are on Google Maps using the satellite imagery
Yeah,
or Zillow. Maybe Zillow will help you, and you'll
You're
get
like,
a
is that a hotel?
you'll
No,
get
that's
a
a house.
you'll get a taste, a tiny snippet of a taste of what you're dealing with. But you have no
Great.
idea of the background of the depth of wealth, the incredible depth of wealth behind some of these homes.
Old money.
Not even that; it's new money.
New
It's
money.
it's
Yes.
40-year-old money.
There's
It's
some good old money.
there
in
is,
this
but
country.
there's also a lot of new money.
So I haven't heard anything different from you. So I'm just gonna go to the kitchen and whip it up.
But keep it thin on how much is on there. Like lots of the seeds.
Okay.
On the jelly, light.
Light on the jelly.
Don't like it too thick, too much.
Oh
not too
no.
I don't know, where have you been the last 2 years?
There you go.
Don't tell me that the
I'll make it
medication
light.
hasn't worn off yet, honey. Come on now, help me here. Oh,
I'll get like-
congratulations on those socks. You gotta love it. Anyway, I look at it this way: that the second house or the fourth house, it's an investment. It's capital that has been used from this family's wealth to purchase and invest in this entity. They use it 2 weeks of the year. They may have friends that use it from time to time. Let's not judge. The house is likely not empty all the time. It's obviously staffed by staff to maintain everything, but it's an investment. And when you have millions, tens or hundreds of millions or more, you got to spread your money around. You just do. And so this is another world of which we're not a part of yet, because I haven't got you guys rich enough yet. But don't worry. Some of you around here will hit these levels, and then you too will have your little add-ons here and there, and you will be completely different people. Hope you don't forget me. They'll all go, I'll never forget what's his name. He got me here. I'll never forget what's his name. Let's see. Come see the fall leaves, says Flint. A private jet to go fly fishing in Alaska, says Bobby. Flint, I'm going to look it up. My parents are moving from Florida to live up north. They bought a small house years ago, and a better one came available. Technically not my house. Coyote. That's so gross to me. Brian, a summer house is probably the July summer house and the August summer house. You only need 2 houses for the summer. Dude, agreed, such a waste. Flint, it's right across from Flint Creek headquarters. We plan to make it a vacation rental. Amy, in Sarasota, there are tons of homes that the owners will only use a couple of weeks of the year, and these are $1 million beach homes. It's crazy. DQ 152, thumbs up. I'm lurking today. Deep value. The VIX is going up now. Reed 500 is a new member of this channel. Reed has joined us at the gold bagel level. Thank you, Reed, and welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the finest group of YouTubers you're ever going to find. Great to have you here. I don't know if you've been a lurker or you just found us lately, but welcome to the group, and I'm glad you're here. This is beautiful. Coyote, no, I'm going to be judge. I'm going to judge. That's what I'm going to judge these people. Flint Creek, these are small old houses, not millions here yet anyway. Blair, welcome. Reed, Credit Savage, good morning, Bagel Gang. What a morning. I've been busy. I had to roll over those 2 AI 21.5s expiring today and let the stock settle. Finally did. Roll to April 21, 22.50s, and I got a buck out of it. Yay. Reed lurked long enough. I got to join this party. Thank you, Reed, for coming in here. Pop those knee emojis anytime you want. Blair, by the way, it's so hard to hear you talking on a main street. Okay. Flint, anyway, look at SoFi. Go, baby. 670 up 26 cents. Giddy up. AJ, welcome. Read 5,000. We love it when the stocks go up. We love it when new members join this channel. This is absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. Welcome aboard. Thank you for the thumbs ups, everybody. We have 157 and counting. We need 43 more to make it 200. Help us get there. Thank you very much. We're up 87 on the Dow. We're up 25 on S&P. We're up 110 on NASDAQ. Kind of the same pretty well all morning. GameStop is up 39 cents to 18.58. SoFi up 28 to 6.72. Any complainers? Nope. Tesla up 5.30, 196. Apple 149.50 up 361. HPQ up 11 cents. ATIP 34.5 up 0.6 of a penny on 2,300 volume. Yeehaw. ATIP, go to 110 so we don't have to talk about delisting, okay? Google 93.42 up 112. Moderna at the 141.93 up 407. Cisco 49.12 up 59. We got Pfizer up 17 cents, IBM up 9 cents, Microsoft up 2.94. The ME 23andMe stock 2.43 up a nickel. Matterport up 6.5. Cyxtera up 2.5. Rocket Lab up 3 cents. SmartRent up 4 cents, and Spire up 3. All the SPACs, former SPACs, are up today. Bed Bath Beyond down 2.5. Amazon up 155. Home Depot up 149. Netflix up 3.19, Vanik down 1.15, Adobe up 5.93, Goldman up 2.11, Boeing up 73 cents, Meta up 5.51. We've got some gains pretty well across the board here. Way to go. We're up at the moment 38 on the Dow as we back off. Go figure. That's where we're at. Thank you all for popping through here. This is great stuff. What else is going on here? Nice to see you all here. Dude is saying, welcome, Leon and Reed. We're glad to have you with us today and for the future. Nick Demorier, services PMI out, still hot. Apparently still hot on the PMI services. Breaking ISM services index is forecast to drop to 54.3. And it's I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm just reading stuff here. Apple and Cisco share gains contribute to the Dow 150-point climb, but it's only 36 now, so it's not up 150 anymore. GameStop 1836, 1840, up 21 cents. SoFi 664, up 19 cents. SoFi volume this morning 5.6 million shares at 664 last trade. GameStop volume at 1840. 415,000. The high was 1865. The low 1810 today on GameStop. That's where we're at right now on your shares of GameStop and SoFi. Tesla up 458 to 195. Welcome, guys, and nice to have you all here. Hope you're enjoying the morning. It's option expiry day Friday, and we continue down the road. We continue down the road to write options and make money. Roll-ups, rollovers, realigning our options building cash reserves, acquiring additional deep in the money calls, writing more calls, hauling in more cash, and becoming eventually self-employed, full-time money managers of our own money. Way to go. Those of you who are sending me a $10 US donation for a postcard, thank you. Today's the last day to do that. The thing down there is the donation link for PayPal. Send us a $10 US donation. We'll get you a postcard from this area in the California IA. Thank you all so much for your support. We are really in a beautiful area at this time of the year. This picture here does not do it justice. It's pretty right here in Palm Desert. It is pretty. But this time of year, all those mountains back there are completely covered in white. For the top third, you cannot see any of those blue or granite colored mountains. It's stunning how much snow we've had here. And it has really become incredible. Just amazing. Thank you all for becoming part of the channel. Jen and I, thank you very much. We love you, and we welcome you to the party. It's nothing but good times all the time, and we thank you, Jen and I, for your participation. I know a number of you are making some good money writing options, and you're bumping up your wardrobe, and you're heading to this kind of wardrobe look right now. I know it. You're not fooling me. I know you people. You're just losing it out there. Well done. Gonzo Cruiser, good morning. Number 157, Bruce. You are 43 thumbs ups away. Nick, did someone say yoink? We're only up 39 on the Dow. Nick DeMorier, neat. There you go. There you go. Giddy up. Wait, Uncle Bruce and Jen are operating at a bagel shop. It's our wish, our dream, our hope, our desire. No, it's not. That's not the plan. Thank you all. What else is going on here? We're up 30 points now on the Dow. We're slipping still. We're up 15 on S&P, and we're up 78 on NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is up 0.68 of a percentage point. S&P is up 0.42, but Dow is only up 0.1%. So the Dow is lagging now and falling off. That is what's going on. I don't know how low it's going to go. It's option expiry day. There's volatility here. It's what I'm expecting all day. Okay, that's the deal-o. What else is happening? Barron's headline, Bitcoin tumbles as Silvergate fears wipe out bullish crypto traders. It's been a rough ride for crypto investors for sure the last while. What can I say? It is what it is. I don't know. I'm just doing the best I can with what I've got. Thank you, everybody. Thank you all for joining us and being part of the party today. 1833 on your GameStop. And SoFi 667. Oh, we got ourselves the bagels.
Happy Friday.
Thank you very much. Lightly coated in the
Lightly
grape jelly.
jellied.
Just the way I like it.
Heavily seeded.
Heavily roasted sesame seeds and grape jelly on a toasted bagel. Good eating.
Pull those buds out, people. Here it comes.
Here it comes. You have to watch your ear
Turn it
pods. Put the mute button on. I don't know. Put on the, I don't know what else you can do.
Well, I hope everybody has a nice dippy Friday in the kitchen.
Have a nice dippy Friday from
Nice
Auntie
dippy
Jen.
Friday.
Go Rugman.
Yoink.
Yoink. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Willie, thank you, pal. Thank you, Willie. 158. 42 to go. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. $18.39 on GameStop, up 20 cents. $6.67 on SoFi, up 22. Love it. Love it. Tesla up 504. Apple up 340. Go, baby, go. Watching these markets. Lots to follow. Flurry Titus, jelly bagel. Yeah. Giddy up. Right on options, no miss. This is your chance to get your own bagel going. Absolutely right. You gotta love this. 165 thumbs ups. Thank you guys. I can only say thank you and throw out the knee emojis right now. Knee. Here we go. Here come the knee emojis. 35 away from 200 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for helping out this morning. There they go. The knee emoji attack is underway on the channel. And you're welcome to join in as members, of course. Absolutely. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Option Nomads. Thank you, Option Nomads. Neat. Here we go. GameStop, 1840. SoFi, 666. Dow's holding a 20-odd point gain right now. The high for the day on GameStop, 1865. We're at 1835 now. The low, 1810. We haven't done much movement here. Hello, Karen. Spicy, how you doing? Neat. Oh, man. This hits the spot, I'll tell you. Bama babe, I'm confused. What's going on? TJ, neat. You guys writing on SoFi have bagels of steel. This puppy is primed and waiting. No worries. Write those 7.5 January 2024s. Bring in the money. Take it in. $667 on SoFi. High of the day, $677. Go, SoFi, go. That's what I say. Let's see here. Jan 2024. SoFi 750s. 134, 137 is the last quote I see on those $10 contracts. So any of you want to write those, take the dough and buy more SoFi. And then write some more. Bring your average down right now. Let the stock option players lower your price on your ownership of your SoFi shares. Help you increase your ownership by 20 to 25% by writing options, and writing options on the stock you're buying. Let's go. Look at this. Spicy Android. I'm now writing 50 calls on GameStop. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. 50 calls at a time. Approaching self-employment. This is awesome stuff. Deuce, when you have Georgie Soros buying SoFi, that's a little spooky. Deep Value. First Silver is officially a three-bagger in 1 year, worth $22 billion now. Giddy up. Giddy up. Find your favorites. Right. 672 on SoFi. Go, SoFi, go. Fabulous stuff. 673 on SoFi, 1854 on GameStop, up 35. Still backing up a little bit from the high of the day, but it's hanging in there, up 100 on the Dow. Come on. Tesla up 567, Apple up 413, HBQ, Hewlett Packard up 17 cents. ATIP 34.3, up 0.4 of a penny. Come on, ATIP, let's roll. Deuce Caboose, it's a mental thing. I just can't write on SoFi. I love her too much. It's okay, my friend. I'm just trying to get you to use the stock to get more stock. Let the option players take all the risk off your hands. Get more shares while they're still down here before they take off. Write the 750s. You can always do roll-ups if you have to. Not to worry. Even if you get exercised, what do you care? Get taken out at 880, 885. You're getting taken out. You just turn around, buy it back, and write 10s. I mean, piece of cake. Come on. SoFi's heading for the high of the day. Real good. Real good. Boy, I would say it would be a real interesting morning, Monday or Tuesday morning next week. SoFi runs on Monday to $8. Tuesday morning, a whole bunch of you have been exercised. You all been paid out between $8.70 and $8.85 a share. You're all looking at the stock at $8, going, okay, I'll just buy it here, and I'll write a ton of $10 calls on this thing. Thank you very much. Haul in another $1.50. Pick up a boatload more of SoFi at 8 and write another bunch of 10s. Come on, buy me out at 12. 11.50. Take me out at 11.50. 10 plus $1.50 premium. Go ahead. I dare you. I double dare you. Take me out. You know, take me out at 10? Good. I'll buy them back and I'll write 12.50s. And then I'll buy more at 10 and write more 12.50s. Take me out at 12.50. Go ahead. Come and get me. I'm here. You can have my stock. You can have all the stock you want. Take it all. Oh, you took me out at 12.50? Oh, no problem. I'll buy it all back. I'm now writing 15s, 17.50s. Come on. I'll buy more stock. I'll pick it up. I've tripled my stock position, quadrupled my stock position. Come on. I'm writing 400 calls at a time. Come on. Take me out at $15 a share, $17.50 a share. Come on. I dare you to do it. You want to run to 20? Good. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Do not fear the upside. Embrace it. Let's roll. Golf Mom Hubby wants to know why we don't have 70 of these things that I write on. Told him, I'm getting there. I'm working on it. You may be getting thumbs ups from him real soon. Right on. Giddy up. It's all good. It's all great. Whatever pace and however it's done, you want to be comfortable. And if you don't like writing calls on certain stocks, then you don't do it. If you're an option writer, you are ruthless. You are an assassin. I keep telling you guys, you are a killer. You are taking money from innocent option buyers that aren't that innocent at all. They're looking to get you, and they can't pick you off because you're hiding in that little crow's nest up there, and you are picking off these profits every single time, and you're daring them to take you out. Come on, I dare you. I'm just going to buy those shares back and write them again. I will not stop writing as an option writer. It's as simple as that. 678 new high on the day on SoFi. Go, SoFi, go. We need problems like this. The stock is going up too much. Oh, gosh, do we need these problems? How many shares of SoFi are inside the orbit of this channel? Tons. And how many options can be written? Tons. How many dollars can be purchased, brought in, and then buying more SoFi? Tons. We could become a major force of a SoFi stock just from option writers, option buyers. They're giving you the money to do it. It's ridiculous. But then again, welcome to the option writing business. What can I say? Look at Las Vegas. They have fountains and free drinks over there for all their gamblers. And they all know they're going to lose money. They know it. It's incredible. Let's go to Vegas, stay at a nice hotel, check into our room, go down to the floor of the casino, and lose $500 tonight. Let's lose $1,000. We're having fun. Okay. Well, I'll take that money off you. Welcome to my water fountain casino with free drinks and shows and restaurants. And come on in, shove those $100 bills into those slot machines. And thank you very much. This is great. I'll give you credits. You got to love that. Dollars for credits. Ooh, so good. Welcome to the party, pal. 374, 375 on SoFi. High of the session now, 678. We're at 675 right now. And we're up 30 cents on your SoFi today. Well done, everyone. Write your calls. Take the money. Buy more stock. Let's go. Get richer. And let this stock take you to a richer level. Why not? Marcus, Bruce, I am your thumbs up 173 today. Thank you very much, my friend. 27 away from 200. I appreciate it. I see 174 there. They're coming in. Here come the thumbs ups. Thank you all for helping us out. It is much, much appreciated. Giddy up. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. All right. Nice to have a good crowd here today. 174 thumbs ups. Thank you. What else is going on here? I love it. We're up 100 on the Dow now. A little pop here, I think. Let me double check on my, 113 point pop on the Dow at the moment. We're up. We're up 31 on S&P, and we're up 130 on NASDAQ. The percentage is 0.36 on the Dow. It's recovering a bit. 0.8% gain on S&P and a 1.15% gain on NASDAQ. Welcome to the fluctuating markets here. Oil is still down 61 cents on the session, 77.55. We're jumping around on oil, just like on stocks. That's how this game works. 1853 on GameStop last trade. Volume, 527,000. Absolutely quiet. SoFi now, 676 with a volume of 7.6 million. That's improving over several days ago. Definitely higher. Tesla 196.23 up 533. Apple up 374 to 149.65. HBQ up 15, and then over at ATIP, we're up to 3,100 shares traded at 34.3 cents, up 0.4 of a penny. You got some nickel and dimes lying around, pick up the ATIP. Just buy it. Just buy 1,000 shares for $340. Just buy it. If you got nickels and dimes lying around. Otherwise, put it to work writing options. Let's go. Google 93.70 up 139. Moderna up 428. Cisco up 35 cents. Pfizer up 30. IBM is up 27. Microsoft up 382. ME is up 7 cents. Matterport up 8. Cyxtera is up a half a penny. Rocket Lab up 12 cents to 436. Come on, Rocket Lab, you owe us. SmartRent up 6.5. Spire up 2 cents to 109. Go, Spire, go. Bed Bath Beyond down 5.5 cents. Amazon up 238, 94.51. Home Depot up 263. Netflix up 433. Vanik down 20 cents. Adobe up 7.74. Goldman up $4. Boeing up 167. Meta, Facebook up 787, 182. I'm surprised Meta is doing this. I really am. I don't think they've righted their ship completely at all. They're trading at 20 times earnings right now, and I don't think they can deliver a PE multiple of 20. But the stock is up today. There's gambling going on Meta. That's what it is. AMC up 30 cents, and Ape Shares up a dime. So they're up 40 today. Royal Caribbean up 93 cents, 72.90 at the moment. Target up down 59 cents. JP Morgan up $1. Costco down $16. Walmart down 8 cents. Disney up $132 to $100 a share. Nvidia up 49 cents. And American Airlines is up 14 cents to $16.26. That's what I'm showing around here. 150-point gain on the Dow. A little more positive momentum coming into the Dow. And we're up 1.2% on NASDAQ, up 139. The 10-year Treasury is back up over 4% again, and it's going to go higher. That 10-year will reach 4.5, maybe more, as the spring and summer roll around. We'll get there. Mortgage rates will rise another 1/4 to 1/2 point. I don't know if that's too much for the housing market to absorb, or will the housing market adjust to it? We'll see about that. It's inflation that we have to watch for. The higher inflation stays, the longer it stays up here, the longer the rates will stay up as well. And in Europe, the UK, inflation is much higher than here. And that will come our way eventually. It eventually seeps in to North America. We'll watch for that. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for popping in here today. It's been great having you. We are at 179 on the thumbs up meter, only 21 away from 200. Thank you all. Of those of you who have been helping us get to the 200 level on the live show and on rerun, thank you for hitting the thumbs ups when you watch me on reruns. It really helps. Noticing here, let me take a peek here. Yeah, yesterday's show, the opening show from yesterday morning, we're at 198 on the thumbs up meter. So they're only 2 away from 200 over there. Thank you for that. Back on Thursday's opening show, 236 thumbs ups. Thank you for that. And on Monday, 244 thumbs up. So thank you for getting us over 200. All of you folks on the rerun, you've been helping us out, and it is much, much, much appreciated. There we go. There's the story. All righty. 183 thumbs ups now. Wow, 17 to go. Thank you, everybody. 17. I can only say this. Neat, neat, neat. That's all I can say. Thank you all for coming in with the thumbs ups and pushing it closer to 200. It's great. If any of you can go to yesterday's show, put a thumbs ups on there. If you forgot to do it yesterday, get us over 200. We only need a couple, and we're there. Thank you all. Neat, neat, neat. I say thank you. Let's see if we can get you richer here later today. We'll be back on here at 3 o'clock, the final hour of trading. We'll shut this market down together today and see just where it's at. Not a lurker anymore. Neat. There's a knee emoji right there from Not a Lurker. Splayer, neat, neat, neat. Here they come from all over the place. Fantastic stuff. A 145 gain right now on the Dow. Richard Carlin, neat. Thank you, sir. SoFi 673 again, inching towards the high of the day. GameStop 1855 up 36 cents. Come on, markets. Deep value, neat, neat, neat. Thank you, sir. Ma'am, everybody, Splayer, neat, neat, neat. Spicy Android, neat, 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 neat. There they are. can't stop an emoji attack once it starts. It's out of control. There's nothing I can do for you. I can't help you. Thank you to the new members today. You've joined us. Appreciate that. Thank you to those of you who have renewed your memberships, and just let us know how long you've been members. We do appreciate this. This is good stuff. I will see you at 3 o'clock this afternoon, everybody, as we finalize the last hour of trading. Big shout out to everybody around the world who are making money, writing options, doing your rollovers. Well done. It's been a heck of a week. Should be a heck of a rest of the day today. TJ, thank you for the neat emoji attack participation. Spicy, thank you. Splair, Deep Value, Richard, everybody. And 186 thumbs ups. Thank you all. Appreciate it. We will see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock. Be there or be square. And we'll finalize the last hour of the week. And we'll talk to you later. Okay, guys? Bye for now.